Welcome back, guys. This will be the part 2 of our Google Sheet tutorial. And we will continue from where we stopped in the last part. And we were on our way to this tab where I was explaining how to format the advanced level of formatting our cells or our items we have on the sheet. So we stopped at where we are making use of these lines. While this is when you want the text in your cell to be pushed up, and this is where you want it to be in the center of the cell, and this is where you want it to be at the bottom of the cell. So right now I will continue with the remaining last 4 rows or 5 rows we have on this page. So going with this, I will want to type some things in here first. So I want to type some text that will be very long and it's going to exceed the size of that cell. So I have this text, and now it will look as if this text is containing 2 cells, which is not. If I click on this second cell, you will see it is empty here, and when I click here, you will see this text. So in order to work properly on this, that is where we need this part of formatting that we have here. So this, as you can see, a straight line going to your right. It means anything you write will go straight to the right and will also cross over to all other cells. And if I select this, you can see this one is as if it's turning to the left. That means whatever you are writing, once it is full that cell, then it will create a space to go to the next line automatically. Let me do that now so you can see, just like you're having on the screen. If I take it back, it will go and cross to the next cell. If I bring it here, then it will take it to continue with the same cell and another line. So depending on how long the line of the cell is. And then the next one here is to hide whatever that will make it cross to the next cell. So let's say I have something that's cross to the next cell. This one brings it to the next line below it, and this one will maintain that same cell, that same line, but it will hide it and will not allow it to cross over to the next cell. Then the next one we have here is the line, the alignment of the text, maybe in vertical line or so. And if I want to do that now, I will want to merge these cells. I will want to merge these cells, and let's say I have some text here. If this is all about lesson 1, so at default, every text you put in any cell will be at the bottom of the cell, just depending on how you want it to be formatted. So going back to this, let's see the function this is performing. If I click on it, I have this to tilt it up. That means it will tilt it up to achieve it's going to northeast side. Then this one will tilt it down, and this one will stack it vertically. Like that means it will go straight vertically. So if I want to maintain this cell to be like this, and if I did not format it this way, this is how the text will look like. Then tilt it down, stack vertically. If I want it to be rotate up, lesson 1, it should be rotated to the up way. Then rotate down, it should start writing from the top down. And then if you have any custom angle you want to put, you click here. Is this minus 90 degree, or you want it to be 200 degree? And let's see what it's going to look like. So let's say 80 degree, and let's see how it's going to look like. So this is when you have any custom size you want, depending on how you are formatting. Remember, designing on this Google Analytics stuff has to do with your creativity, and depending on what you want will determine how you will set them. So for this sign, this is a currency sign, and this is when you are dealing with numbers, and let's say you are writing the amount of something or the price of something. So having a number like this on a spreadsheet is just a number. We can't know if it is an amount or the price of anything. So to make it look different or to make it express correctly, that's when this currency comes in. And at default you have this euro sign here. So if you need more if you need more currency, maybe for other countries, in the case of Nigeria, that is when you will need the button you have here, this small 1 2 3, because in this tab is where you deal with numbers mostly. So here you can see ordinary numbers, percentage, scientific, accounting, financial, currency. So under this currency you have the tab for more currencies. Clicking on it will then you can look for the country currency you are looking for, just like you are seeing on the screen. So I am looking for to save our time, let me just choose this US dollars. So you can see that the currency from euro has changed to US dollar, and if you have any other currency in mind to select from, you can select from there. So that is all about the currency, and by changing the default currency to any currency you want. Then the next one is when you are expressing any number in percentage. So let me input a number here and go back to this tab and click on this percentage. So that one, clicking on this will express it in this way, that is 100%. Now next is this 0.0 with a left side arrow, and the next is 0.00 with a right side arrow. What they do is to remove the decimal point at the back of your number. So if I click on this now, it will reduce 10 from here. If I click on it again, it will reduce the last 0 there. So even if you keep clicking, it can't remove any 0 since there is no any decimal point there again. Then the next one is to add a decimal point. Clicking on it will add more decimal point to it. Clicking on this one will reduce it, and I have already talked about this. So now the next thing we have in line is the conditional formatting, and this is where, let me select an empty cell and let's format this cell. So if you have anything you want this cell to do for you, so let me delete the existing cell, the existing conditional formatting, and add a fresh one. So clicking on add, so here is saying that if this cell is not empty, if it is not empty, then it should make the text to be in this color, in green color, green background and black text. Then if you click on done, this conditional formatting has been added to this cell. So now you can see that this cell is empty and you are seeing just white something there. But if I add something to make that cell not to be empty, then the cell will turn to green background and black text. Saving that, can you see? So that is the work of conditional formatting. We'll talk more on this in the subsequent class when we get going higher and higher. So then the next thing we have is the format cell. So remember when we started formatting here from the part 1 of this session, I call this that these are the basic formatting tools you need while we are working on your sheet. And clicking on here is the advanced level of formatting. So I can tell you now that the format cell is the advanced or second advanced level of formatting. So clicking on it will bring out more items you cannot find in the previous tab. And here is where you deal with border, or you are formatting the cells. So let's say I have these 4 cells that I have highlighted together. So if I want to add a border, this is the border fill, which is the color of the background white, and this is the border color, which is black. Let me change this for you to know what I'm talking about. So this is the fill. Going back, format cell. So this is the fill color, yellow. Then the border is black. So if I click here, this is the border cell. If I want this cell to text every line, to put a line every line, then this one, let me click here. This is when you want to clean all the cells, the border lines you have put. This is when you just need it to circle the frame, and let me clean it again. And the next one is when you just want to roll the middle lines and you don't need the border, the outer part, only the inner part it is rolling. I'm cleaning again all. Let me select all to clean. Then clicking on this will roll only the vertical lines, in the cell, and this one will roll the horizontal lines in the cell. Then if I clean all, this one will roll the left side only here, this one will roll the right side here, this one will roll the upper side here, and this one will roll the bottom side here. And like I've shown you, this one is just to clean all of the lines. Then next here is the border style. How thick did you want this line to be, or what style did you want it to be? If you want it to be thicker, so if I click on it, you can see the line is thicker than before. If I want it to be on this shape, if I click on it, you have this style there. So, and the next things we have here is this one, as you can see, plus at the bottom, plus at the top, adding a new cell at the bottom. Let me click here. This is 4 cell, and if I click add a plus, it will make it from 4 to 5. This one, if I click on it to add to the top, it will make this 5 cell to be 6 cell at the top, as you can see. Then if I only have 2 columns here, column L and column M. So if I want it to extend to column N at the right side, I'll click on the plus icon at the right side. It has extend to there. And here, if I want it to extend to column K, then I will click here at the left, and it's going to extend here. So this is how all of this work. And the previous tab we have talked on this conditional formatting, and the last thing we'll talk about here in this session is the alternate coloring. So if I have a bunch of cells I want to color to make my cell look more beautiful, I'll click on alternate color and then choose from any of these already made template for you. Clicking on it, you can select if your cell has a header or a footer. Clicking on it, and then you will have something like this. So this is, let's say, maybe when you are having the list and their prices. So I mentioned, let's say, you can have your items here and their prices here, total, and the total amount will be displayed here. Then I think there's one more thing at the very last part here. Let's check it out. So at the last part here, you have the clear formatting. So any formatting you have done on any cell, if you click on this, it will clear the formatting, just like you are having here. Let me undo it for you to see again. If I click on clear formatting, it will clear everything. If I want to clear all of this as well, clear formatting, it will clear everything. So thank you for having me. See you. I hope you find this session very helpful. In case if you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section in this video. Thank you for watching. See you in my next session. Bye.